This is Southern Cross News with Joe Palmer.
Good evening, everyone. Tasmania's Peak Social Services Group has thrown its support behind the government's TasWater takeover plan, saying proposed water and sewerage price caps will help vulnerable Tasmanians. But another issue affecting the government is almost at boiling point. A summons request today turned into a political slinging match.
Yesterday, the state government questioned the integrity of the Public Accounts Committee.
The process is tainted.
Today, it changed its game plan and instead took aim at the opposition.
Oh, look, Labor have just got to stop playing really silly games. I mean, Labor are getting sillier and sillier.
2 days ago, Peter Gutwin received a summons to provide the Public Accounts Committee with a full copy of the Treasury advice he received before the Tamar Valley Power Station was put on the market. The sale was later revoked when the gas turbine was needed to help keep the lights on during last year's energy crisis. Now the government is making it clear it wants to keep the advice hidden, arguing it's cabinet in confidence information.
So will the government be providing an unredacted copy of the advice to the committee?
Look, it's important to realise here that the Labor Party are playing very silly political game. Yes, it is the Labor Party.
This document is not cabinet in confidence. All we want to know is what's in that black piece there. We've been asking for over a year.
If Mr Gutwin doesn't table the advice next Thursday, it could be contempt of Parliament and therefore become a legal matter. The government instead wants to continue focusing on taking over TasWater. It says water and sewerage prices will be capped at 3.5% if the takeover goes ahead, an idea that has the support of TasCos.
We now take comfort in the fact that we will see some cost pressures relieved from Tasmanians who are on low income.
But the business plan of how the takeover will work still hasn't been released. Monika Dadson, Southern Cross News.
A Tasmanian chicken producer is leading the way with a new product. Nichols Poultry today becoming the first Australian company to launch an ethical free-range chicken brand. The chook sheds have been designed around the animals' behaviours and are moved every few weeks to fresh pastures.
We're trying to deliver what the consumers want to buy. You know, there's a lot of commercial free-range production out there where large flocks with with limited access to range. In this system here, we have no trouble at all getting 90% outside. Not only does this product align with Tasmania's clean, natural brand and brand Tasmania, it actually strengthens our brand and for those also, other producers, to follow the lead.
The company has also started live streaming videos of the chickens so consumers can see how they are grown. RACT is raising concerns over Tasmanian petrol prices, claiming the difference between wholesale and retail costs has reached an all-time high, meaning motorists are getting hit hard at the bowser.
It's almost 30 cents a litre and in our research on fuel prices over a long period of time, we've never seen a difference that great.
The cost difference usually sits between 9 to 12 cents. Motorists are advised to shop around and if prices are high, top up instead of filling up. Tasmania Police has renewed its appeal for information in relation to the whereabouts of 24-year-old Tyson Timothy Clark Robertson, who was last seen in Launceston in July last year. Tyson's appearance is believed to have drastically changed, but he is described as 170 centimetres in height with brown hair and blue eyes. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Tasmanian Fire Service crews took to the skies today as part of an emergency management exercise. Firefighters from across the state taking it in turns to rescue each other while suspended from a crane.
If you spotted firemen dangling 50 metres above the ground in what appeared to be a state of unconsciousness today, you needn't be alarmed.
We had a person who was theoretically working on the crane and slipped and fell over the side, and he was caught by his harness and rope but unconscious, so our guys abseiled down and connect him into a new system to lower him down to the ground.
The mock high-risk rescue, just one of several exercises, seeing all crew members put through their paces.
You can see from behind there it's quite restricted access through there, so we use a stretcher that just simulate that someone with maybe a broken leg may have need to be transported down.
The course itself is 3 weeks in duration, so it's very intense. There's lots of practical, scenario-based involvement, and the guys really do pick up a lot of skills.
Training scenarios of this scale take place roughly every 12 months and don't only benefit the fire service.
And the people that run the company, JMC, have been really helpful, and it's beneficial to them to have us here training because it assists with them with their emergency management planning. At the end of the day, the only way to maintain your skills is to actually get your hands on the gear and to actually do the role.
JESSIE GILMOUR, Southern Cross News.
When it comes to throwing away our rubbish, most of us probably don't give a second thought to the cost of getting rid of it. The Launceston City Council today announcing its new $4.5 million landfill cell is just weeks away from being completed.
That's why as a council we're very much encouraging people to recycle. We want to recycle as much as possible so that the less that comes into landfill, the longer that this cell will last.
It's anticipated the 10-metre deep cell will meet the needs of Launceston for the next 5 years before it will be full. The cost to seal it also won't be cheap.
It's a similar exercise. It's a layer of clay and synthetic clay and then topsoiling. So to cap it, it's about another $4.5 million again.
The new site took 14 months to construct and is around the same size as 2 AFL football fields. A Tasmanian palliative care project that allows patients to be cared for at home in the final stages of life is hoped to be rolled out nationwide. Prior to the pilot service, only 14% of patients were able to fulfil their wish.
It's a reality everybody has to face, but for many it comes too soon. Hospice at Home provides end-of-life care, but there's no guarantee the service, which has so far assisted over 2,000 Tasmanians to spend their final hours where they like, will continue. 70% of Australians say they would prefer to pass away at home, but prior to the 4-year statewide project, only 14% of Tasmanians were able to.
That meant there were a lot of people dying in acute care beds.
In the year to June 2016, 62% of Tasmanian patients were given the opportunity to die where they wanted.
It's a big strain when somebody is in a bed. And I don't think I could have done it. I couldn't have done it without the help of these organisations. And what they brought to us was just the absolute paramount amount of support that we needed to keep Margaret at home.
The research project has been running in collaboration with 60 other Tasmanian services to provide bedside care to those in their final stages of life. Extensive research has been undertaken on these services for people experiencing homelessness, dementia or with mental health issues. Now it's hoped the care model, which has proved extremely successful in the sector, will be rolled out nationwide.
Research that's enabled us to be able to confidently say that we can assist anyone to die in their own home.
Louise Hedger, Southern Cross News.
Bellamy shareholders are likely to be breathing a sigh of relief following share prices rising 22% this week. The increase due to changes in the Chinese market regulations. But financial experts say the company isn't out of the woods yet.
It's hard to tell what will happen over the next few weeks, but there's no doubt that this change in regulation out of China is a positive for the company. And it's certainly some good news that, for shareholders that have obviously had a tough time over the last couple of months.
More now on the day's business and finance news with thanks to Tasplan, your local super fund. The Australian share market has staged an end-of-week recovery as investors rekindled their belief that US President Donald Trump will be able to address the issue of tax cuts regardless of the outcome of his efforts to repeal Obamacare. The ASX 200 index has risen by 45.5 points. Short time ago, the Australian dollar was trading at 76.12 US cents and 84.8 Japanese yen.
It'll be a top-of-the-table clash tonight in the National Premier League with South Hobart taking on the Zebras at KG5. Despite South Hobart winning their previous 2 matches, the side is preparing for tough competition.
And tonight we've come up against, a fierce opponent. Let's not kid ourselves. Zebras are quality, they've got some quality players in and out the team, and they'll be a big threat.
Meanwhile, Hobart Zebras are confident they have what it takes after thrashing Clarence in round 2 with a 5-0 win.
Last Friday, I think we showed a bit of grunt and flexed our muscles a bit, and certainly showed how potent we can be up front, and hopefully we can bring that again tonight.
The game kicks off at 8 p.m. The Launceston Tornadoes aren't ruling out a challenging contest as they go head-to-head with the Hobart Chargers this weekend. The round 1 clash will also see the two teams battle it out for the Mitchell-Greenwood Trophy.
We've had the trophy for the last few games, but who knows this weekend, first game of the season. It's always a tough one when you're getting together, you're getting your recruits together, your contracted players together, still forming that team and still everyone getting to know each other.
The Tornadoes will face the music without last season's star import Michaela Roof, but Captain Lauren Mansfield says the team has done its homework.
Absolutely, that's going to be one thing, is rebounding. We're going to have to work together and really team rebound. And then defensively, I think we're going to have to be ready to maybe double some post players and stuff like that.
The game starts 6 tomorrow night.
Good evening. Hobart and Devonport 20 today. Launceston's 22, the warmest around Tasmania. Burnie a top of 19. Lyawini the low with 0 as the days have been noticeably drawing in. Strawn, Campania and the Islands 21. Lowhead, Wynyard and Friendly Beaches 19. St Helens and Bushy Park 18. Lyawini did warm up to 16 degrees. A mid-level cloud band extends from the tropics to the Bight. Another runs north-south over the Tasman Sea off to the east. Plenty of cloud there over the oceans, but the rest of the mainland's fairly clear. High-level cloud over most of the state today, low-level cover over the east coast. Tomorrow, the high moves southeast of Tasmania as a low approaches from the west. Tropical cyclone Caleb is off WA, while a low, which may soon be a cyclone, is over the Coral Sea. East northeasterly winds at 10 to 20 knots over northern waters, lighter, more variable winds over the west and south. The weekend. Possible shower for Hobart and 20 for Medina, cloudy for Oatlands and 20 degrees. Launceston, a showery day, 21 the top, 20 the high for Devonport, 15 the top for Lyawini with a shower or two. For Burnie, showers clearing, a top of 20 degrees, 22 for Strawn with a shower, showers for Marrawarra and 22. And for St Helens, showers 20, 21 for Swansea, a morning shower, Orford cloudy and 21 degrees. The UV in the high range for Saturday. On Sunday, partly cloudy and mainly fine, warming back up a bit, possible drizzle for the northwest on Monday morning and spreading across the state by the end of the day. On Tuesday, showers in the west and far south, mainly fine elsewhere. Sunny in Perth and Alice Springs tomorrow, 27 in Perth, Alice Springs a top of 40. A cloudy day for Adelaide, but wet weather for all the other centres. And cloudy conditions around the state at the moment. Good day for cricket though. Jake Doran scored 100 as North Hobart got to 6 for 257 in the Premier League Grand Final. Westbury all out for 109. South Launceston up to 104 for 4 wickets in the Cricket North. And in the Cricket Northwest, Burnie all out for 117. And then Devonport all out for 49. But bit of rain over the weekend, Joe, for the cricketers.
You're a fountain of knowledge. Thank you, Murph. That's all from us. Good night.